Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Steven Inks, and I found another weird retractable pen. Now, this pen, it is called the Oaso, I believe. That is what it's called. This was recommended to me by a commenter on the channel when I reviewed the Rytech retractable fountain pen, a super weird pen that's also super cheap. And there are a lot better ones to be had out there, but I couldn't resist the oddness. So this pen as well looks like it might be a bit odd. And we are going to look at this pen and we're going to say what we think about it. And how does it compare to other pens around that price range? So without much further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so I held off on opening this box just because I wanted to look at the packaging as well. Again, this is called the, I believe it's pronounced Oaso. Everything else is in, I'm gonna assume Chinese. And this is called, it was called like sea green or something like that. So I guess it's kind of the color of green sea foam, maybe. And see, opening the box from the side, there's this weird little hanging thing, and it's like unnecessarily strong. Like there's no need for this to exist, but all right. Oh, it says, okay, the color here, it says deep sea green. So far, not a lot of English on this packaging, and there's no instructions or anything. So it is a pen. I mean, there are instructions, but they're visually you can kind of see what it is. I'm seeing something really similar to the Rytech pen. I think you have to do the same push it down and squeeze kind of action to add a cartridge here, but we're gonna have a look at it. All right. Okay, so this is weird. The tip is kind of curved in this way. It almost looks like it's broken. It's really light. Got a big knock on the back here. There's this little sticker. I do not know what this sticker says at all. And there's some Chinese characters on the clip here, which I also cannot read. Not just because my camera won't focus, but yeah. There that is. Not going to get a lot of information out of this, at least not from me, because I don't speak that language, but it's, I mean, a pen is a pen. It is kind of comfortable. Like, I like this color too. It feels light, it feels cheap, but it's got a little molded section right here on the front. I could see myself enjoying this pen. I do like the Rytech pen, as I mentioned before, even though it's super weird. And this is weird too. I'm still trying to decide which one is weirder. But we've got this cartridge inside. And this does not at all look like a standard international cartridge. I think there is, I'm going to check again and see if I can find it. I thought there was a measurement. Yeah. Okay, so there's a measurement here that says 3.4 millimeters. It makes me wonder if that is the borehole size for these cartridges. I still need to make a video about borehole sizes because it's a very fascinating subject to me. How so many different pen companies with their proprietary cartridges manage to make something slightly different. You'd think that it would line up every once in a while, and maybe it does. We'll find out. So we're going to play with this pen, and I'm just going to do this thing like it showed in the video, which is to just push it all the way down until you feel like you've broken it, which apparently I did not. And there it is. Now, I think I engaged the clip, the click part. So let me just twist this back closed and see if I can... Nope. Did I break it? Did I immediately break it? That's crazy. Oh, no, there we go. Okay, so the correct way is with the edge where it connects here, just right there, and this guy inside. Yeah, this feels very cheap. It was actually cheaper than the Rytech pen, so we consider that when I'm figuring out if I like this or not. Okay. The nib is a hooded nib, and it's small, very similar. It feels to the Rytec pen. I think I like this feed slightly better. It looks more like a traditional feed. The Rytec one was a super weird, cheap-looking thing. This looks a little bit better. Who knows if it writes better? To be honest, the Rytec pen did not write badly, at least not nearly as badly as I thought it would. So, keeping that in mind, let's play with this pen on some paper. Okay, we're here. We're looking at, I'm just going to bring us into focus a little bit. We're looking at this Rytec retractable pen, and I think it was a blue ink cartridge, so we're going to see how this thing flies. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to use super light touch here. I'm just going to drag it across the paper, and it writes. This is one of those things that sometimes really cheap fountain pens, like I remember my video about the Jinhao Shark, you had to kind of push it down almost to the level of a ballpoint pen to get a line. But this is giving me lines. This is actually really cool. It seems to flow very well. I think the Rytec pen surprised me with its flow too. Let's see this reverse writing. Okay, a little bit of a difference. Oh no, I can see if pushing a little bit harder, I can get an even higher line out of this. So, this feels like it's the range of the pen right here. This is a little bit more pressure, you get a thicker line. This is reverse writing, and here's that forward line with a very light pressure. So I can see a difference between all three of these lines. That's a wide range. Very cool. I'm interested in this pen now more than I was before. This could be a great cheap option for like taking a pen to work or taking it on vacation if you're not sure if you trust your expensive pens to survive the travel. Here's a good little cheap one. I just wonder how sturdy the actual pen is because it definitely feels very lightweight, very cheap. And like I said, this is a cheap pen. I think at the time that I bought this, it was about $10. So this is definitely worth what you pay for it. I will say that for $10, there's some great pens from like Jinhao, and I don't have a lot of pens by Hero, but their pens look pretty good in this price range too. Even Mahjong and some of the other kind of lower end Chinese brands, they'll give you a lot of bang for $10. There's a lot of pens in this price range that are quite good. But if you want a weird little pen, well, this or the Rytec is actually could be a really great option. And I'm enjoying using this pen. And that's the point, isn't it? You should enjoy making marks and lines with your pens. And not every expensive pen is enjoyable either. I have a few that I don't use that often, even though I think they're very good and well made. It's a little bit of a personal, like X Factor kind of thing, like a little spark that a pen gives you. And I could see this pen giving a spark to somebody who might not feel the same way about a really expensive fountain pen or one that looks like a traditional fountain pen. And I'm not disappointed at all by the flow here and the ability to make good quality lines. So that is cool. I love that. And I'm not even talking very much right now. I'm just making lines with this pen, and it's fun. Cool. I'm very excited about this, and I'm glad that I bought this pen. Let me give you a little art advice, and then we're going to draw with this thing. This is a weird one. And I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm completely there with this, but I think when it comes to art, people are always asking, if they're good. Are you good? Are you good at art? And I think that's a very much of an opinion. And some, I think people would say that I am good at art, and I sometimes feel that I am not good at art. And I'm sure some of the people that watch my videos say that I'm not very good. It's okay. I'm going to just lean into this advice here because it's what I need to remember, and hopefully it does something for you. You'll never be good until you need it. And when I say need it, I mean until you need to be creating. I think this is one of the best artists I've ever seen. They don't create art for the ability to show it to people, to say, hey, look how good I am. The best artists I know create because they have some need that art makes for them. For a lot of us, I mean, for me personally, it's a de-stressor. It helps me get a focus where I can really just lean into something and push the rest of the world out while I draw. Other people have certain beliefs and feelings that they need to express visually. Some people think visually, and so they have to draw to be able to explain what they're thinking about. These are people that need art, or they need the thing that they're doing. The same thing could apply to music or film or even videos like this YouTube video. Do you need it? And I don't think it's a question of you either have it or you don't. I think you just need to figure out how and why you need it. So that'd be a great comment to put in the comments below. If you feel that you need art, why is that? And I've already explained that for me, so nothing more for me to do but start some drawings for you. So this video, actually the concept for this drawing makes me laugh, and it took me a while to come up with it, but here it is. So my wife and I are currently looking for our first home. I am quite old to be looking for my first home, and if you wonder what size of home a public school teacher working in Central California can afford, the answer is not a large one. So my wife and I, we've always talked about having some more space in the place where we're currently living. And then when it came to budget and what we could look at, we're looking at a lot of places that are smaller than where we're currently living. The only difference being that we hope to be homeowners someday. So this is, I guess this is kind of my reaction to this. Here's my future home. And it's, size appropriate. It's the nice word that my real estate agent has been using to describe all the places we were looking at is cozy. So here's me in my cozy home someday. The pen actually did work really great all throughout. You could see I got a drawing. I'm pretty happy with this. I was able to get texture. I was able to draw along, didn't have a lot of smudging or anything. Overall, it was a fantastic experience. So hope you enjoyed this drawing. Final thoughts. This is a really cool pen. I don't know what to say. I like it. I don't think it's a necessarily a first pen for people who are really into fountain pens. It's certainly not a traditional pen, and it's not necessarily a pen that I think is going to last forever, but at its price point, it's worth looking at, especially if you don't have a retractable pen and you're not super interested in the body shape or size of some of the more well-known retractable pens like the Pilot Vanishing Point and the less expensive Mahjong A1. The Jinhao 10 is now a pen that looks exactly like those other two pens. They tried something different with this, and for me, it works. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I will see you in my next video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this video. If you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Excuse me, and I will see you in the next one.